Upper GI series. The upper GI series is a common method for looking at the digestive tract. The digestive tract is also called the gastrointestinal GI tract, hence the name upper GI series. This technique has been used for many years. It has the advantages of being cheaper and less invasive than endoscopy. An upper GI series involves the patient drinking a small amount of a barium solution, while X-rays of the esophagus, stomach, and small intestine are taken from many angles. The barium solution outlines the inside of the digestive system and enables excellent diagnostic pictures to be taken. For most patients, the worst part of this test is the taste of the barium, which is usually described as seeming like chalk. Gallstones.
A common medical problem is the formation of gallstones within the gallbladder. These stones are of three main types: cholesterol stones, pigment stones, and mixed stones. The picture above shows examples of the different stone types. The majority of stones are of either the cholesterol type or the mixed type. 4 times as many women as men are affected by gallstones. Most gallstones are silent and cause no problems. Sometimes, however, a stone can become lodged in the neck of the gallbladder or in the cystic duct, leading to great pain and infection of the gallbladder. Removal of the gallbladder is the most common treatment for this problem. Removing the gallbladder does not seem to have any harmful effect on digestion or any other process. In recent years, a method for removing the gallbladder without major surgery has come into widespread favor. This procedure is called laparoscopic cholecystectomy. Patients undergoing this procedure are generally released from the hospital after only 1 day, and they can return to work within a week.
The small intestine. The illustration above depicts a short segment of small intestine. The small intestine is a long tube, about 21 feet or 6.5 meters, whose purpose is to absorb food. The inner layer of the small intestine, mucosa, is very well suited for this job. It is organized into innumerable little finger-like projections called villi. The mucosal cells which line the villi are in turn covered with even smaller finger-like projections called microvilli. The villi and microvilli greatly increase the surface area with which to absorb food. The middle layer of the small intestinal wall contains 2 layers of smooth muscle. These smooth muscle layers contract in a rhythmic manner, peristalsis, to keep food moving down the digestive tract. Irritable bowel.
Irritable bowel syndrome is a condition in which people experience intermittent abdominal pain and irregular bowel habits without any other demonstrable evidence of disease. People with irritable bowel syndrome have no other symptoms, and they do not become either malnourished or lose weight. The cause of this syndrome is not well understood, but it is assumed to be related to some disturbance of the smooth muscle within the walls of the large intestine. Surprisingly, it is the most common intestinal disorder, accounting for more than half of all the patients seen by doctors who specialize in digestive system problems, gastroenterologists. Prior to making the diagnosis of irritable bowel syndrome, it is still necessary to run tests to exclude other more treatable illnesses.
Digestion. The photomicrograph above shows a close-up of a mucosal cell which lines the inside of the small intestine. Each of the tiny finger-like projections on this cell's surface are called microvilli. If we were further away, we could see that the inner lining of the small intestine is itself organized into many small finger-like projections called villi. The villi and microvilli together create a surface area within the small intestine that is as large as a tennis court. The main purpose of this lining is to promote the effective absorption of food. This is a job it is quite well designed to perform.
Conception.
The photograph above shows a portion of an ovum with many sperm all trying to fertilize it. This is the last step in the quest to reach the ovum. Only one of the sperm cells will successfully enter the ovum. The outer coating of the ovum is tough. However, the heads of the sperm cells contain a digestive enzyme which breaks down this coating to allow penetration. At the instant that one of the sperm cells breaks through, a reaction takes place which changes the outer coating of the ovum and prevents any more sperm from entering.
Intestinal virus.
The illustration above shows a single rotavirus. Worldwide, it is one of the most common viruses that can infect the digestive system and cause gastroenteritis. The rotavirus is easily spread from person to person in a family or other group setting. Rotaviruses are also found in a number of animal species. Rotavirus infection is particularly problematic in infants and young children, and it is responsible for many deaths in undeveloped countries where medical care is inadequate. The rotavirus causes illness by invading the lining of the duodenum and the upper small intestine. The intestinal villi are transiently damaged, but they rapidly regenerate their lining. Illness typically begins with 1 or 2 episodes of vomiting followed by diarrhea. Uncomplicated cases resolve in about 1 week. Treatment requires only rest and adequate fluid intake to prevent dehydration.
Smooth muscle.
Smooth muscles are found within the organs and blood vessels. They are responsible for many body functions such as movement of food through the digestive tract and contraction of the uterus during childbirth. As evident in the photograph above, smooth muscles are much less organized than skeletal or cardiac muscle. They are comprised of spindle-shaped cells that are grouped in bundles. Smooth muscles are also referred to as involuntary muscles, since they are not under conscious control. Instead, they are controlled by the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system allows the brain to control many body functions without requiring conscious thought. Digestion, blood pressure, and temperature regulation are examples of such body functions.
The stomach.
The stomach is the hollow muscular organ where the process of digesting swallowed food begins. Its walls are quite flexible, expanding to a volume of about 1.5 liters, 3 pints, after a meal. The stomach lining secretes strong acids and special enzymes that begin to break down the swallowed food. The muscular walls also churn the food, which helps to convert the food into a creamy paste. Of note, the stomach wall also contains glands which secrete mucus. This mucus coats the inner lining of the stomach and prevents the stomach from digesting itself. Occasionally, the mucus barrier is disrupted for some reason, leading to the formation of an ulcer. Most ulcers will heal uneventfully with just antacids taken for therapy. Medications that reduce the output of stomach acid can also be used to help heal ulcers and prevent new ones from forming.
The stomach.
The stomach is
Hope this helps out, MsAllosaurus. If you don't see a video tomorrow, then there'll be a new one on Friday.